Welcome. Soumya Mataji, Hare Krishna. Gupta ji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Welcome, welcome. You are chanting Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
How many rounds?
Prabhuji, not 16 rounds daily,
How
but
many?
never count.
How many?
But 5-6 rounds daily I can do.
Good, good. Very good. Continue doing that.
Hmm.
You fix number of rounds. Maybe at least 6 you make it every day. For time being.
16 on Ekadashi only.
Oh, good. Very good. See, already you're doing 16 once in a while. Fine. Slowly, slowly you can move forward. No issues. Start with 6 only now. And slowly, slowly. See, you can always don't feel, shy. Oh, I'm doing only 5 rounds. Whatever you're doing, Krishna is counting. Krishna is taking record. So you should always take a little pleasure and pride. Oh, I'm doing this much. But always try to move forward, step by step. Feel encouraged and move forward. That's all. Okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So nice.
Hare
So
Krishna,
nice.
Prabhuji.
We have a very good group.
Concentration is the most important thing.
Yes. Correct.
That is the main problem. I can do that properly or not. That is the main problem.
That is okay. See, one thing is, first point in chanting is, you first begin chanting.
Okay.
You begin chanting. Then after that, whether Krishna wants, how Krishna wants it is, first thing is Krishna wants us to chant. And how you chant, quality of chanting, slowly will improve. That's the point. Okay.
Yes.
That's the point. Okay. So now we'll continue with the question answers only because today is the last week of the month. Somehow it didn't strike me that it is question answer session. So we'll have question answers continuing and then and have this session. Bhagavad Gita will continue next week. Okay. Fine. So any other questions on chanting, reading, and any philosophical questions anybody has, you can take up.
Actually, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, please continue.
Actually, the verse, 426. Actually, that's, I think, describes the essence of chanting, isn't it? Because people like us should, sacrifice the hearing and the senses in the fire of mental control.
Yes.
So that actually we should first learn how to control the mind, rather, and sacrifice all that unwanted desires and, hearing process, rather. It says hearing process. So I think that is more vital, isn't it, Prabhuji, to cultivate?
Good point.
Yes, because we people are, what do you call it, conditioned soul, not, we are exposed to that materialistic world. So slowly to build up that process is the most important thing, isn't it, Prabhuji?
Yes, very much. Nicely pointed out. I will further elaborate on what you have told. This is 26th verse, 4th chapter, what we are discussing.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
I is telling, Shrotadi Indriyani Anye Samyamagnishu Juhvati. Very nice language Krishna is using.
Yes.
Shrotadi. Shrota means hearing. Shrota.
Hearing.
Indriyani Anye. Hearing and other senses. We have how many senses? We have 5 knowledge acquiring senses. It's called Jnana Indriya. And 5 working senses. Karma Indriya. Okay. So with this Krishna is referring to, first part of the verse, Krishna is referring to Jnana Indriya. Right? Shrota, sense of hearing, sense of seeing, sense of smelling, sense of taste, and sense of touch. These are called 5 Jnana Indriyas. Right? So what is happening right now is, with these 5 senses, we are trying to engage them in different ways for our own sense gratification. Sense gratification means what? I like to see something for my enjoyment. I want to hear something for my enjoyment. I want to taste something for my enjoyment. My enjoyment is prominent. Right? Mostly. This is how every living entity's conditioned life is designed, or rather it is by default it is like that. Material world means all living entities are self-centered, means me and mine. So right now, from our childhood, we have been rather exposed to, or we have been acting in that way, that if my senses, these 5 Gyanendriyas, are satisfied in whatever way possible, then that is going to be, I am going to be happy. So here Krishna is recommending that the Gyanendriyas, starting from hearing process, should be offered in the fire of the controlled mind. Okay, right now our mind is going everywhere. What does Krishna say? Later on, in fact, Arjuna tells that our mind is chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balavadridam. Right? I think some of you have told inattentive chanting. Right? Why? Because our mind is right now chanchala. Chanchala means it is restless, or fickle-minded, fickle or flickering. Doesn't stand in one place. This is going on like this. Current fluctuation. That mind is all jumping here, there, and there. Right? So Krishna, it's what Arjuna gives us 4 different symptoms of the mind. First symptom of the mind is it is flickering. Right? This is explained in Sanskrit as bhoga tyaga. Accepting, rejecting. Accepting, rejecting. This is called flickering mind. There is no stability in the mind. Right now, I think this is good. Next moment, no, this is not good. Good, not good. Good, not good. Like this, mind is always flickering. Right? Next symptom of the mind is, Krishna says, or Arjuna says, pramathi. Pramathi means it is very turbulent, agitated. Some thought of some say fight with somebody suddenly came, mind got agitated, or you have been in a constant in a bad relationship with somebody. Just even hearing about that person, mind is agitated. Just like Hiranyakashipu, whenever he was hearing about Vishnu, he was agitated. That is called agitation. Nothing happened. What happened? Some stimulus came in terms of one talk, some words, or some picture, or something. Mind is agitated. Right? So, flickering mind, chanchala, pramathi, means agitated, always is agitated. One more example of agitation is crystal clear water. You might have gone to any village or town where there are lakes. In Bangalore, a lot of lakes are there. If you, in the water is standstill, you throw some stone, it gets agitated. Right? Like that, our mind is like that. Any thought, sense gratificatory thought. Sense gratificatory thought means thought which is not in line with my satisfaction. It is against my thought, against my way of satisfaction. That is called agitation. Right? Agitation. So chanchala, pramathi, balavad. Balavad means strong, very strong. Balavan. How strong it is? You are sitting here, but immediately you will be carried to that particular place or domain, wherever it is. Prabhupada often gives the example. The mind is so strong that if you have some friend or some relative far away in America, immediately the mind will go there strongly. Right? Or you're in close association with somebody, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, mind strongly pulls you there. right? Oh, my son, my daughter, my relatives. Mind strongly pulls you there. Strong, very strong. You don't want, but it's going there again and again. Some incident happened early morning with somebody, in your house. That incident is again and again remembered, agitated, and strongly going there. All these things happen together, in a very nice way, in a complete way. I'm giving you a blown up version of what is going on in your mind. Is chanchala means flickering, pramati, agitated, balavat, very strong. One more thing is, it's called dridam. Dridam means stubborn, obstinate. It's like, you have, all of you are parents, you have kids. And your kids, when you are very young, they are very stubborn. I want this, I want it. Woo! Finish. Right, then you are forced to give him. Mind is like that. I want to go to that restaurant and have food. No, the restaurant is very far away. No, I will go. Right? There is a fight in your mind. No, I should go only. Finish, go. Force. Right? That obstinate, that stubbornness. Stubborn means nothing listening. It has to happen. That's how our mind is. So these are all the various aspects of the mind with which we have to which we have to deal with every day. Rather, we have to, we are going through. Right? Chanchala, pramati, balava, dridam. Right? Flickering, then agitated, very strong and obstinate. So this mind has to be, Krishna says, should be controlled by two things. When Arjuna tells this, that this is the mind, so Krishna, I cannot practice the yoga system of Ashtanga, various disciplines. Ashtanga yoga I cannot practice. So Krishna also admits, yes, very much. Mind is like this, but it is possible. How it is possible? Krishna tells two things. He says, if you can do abhyasa, abhyasena tu kaunteya, vairagyena cha grishyate. One is abhyasa, practice. Second is, Krishna says, you have to develop the sense of detachment from sense gratification. Abhyasa, what is the abhyasa which Prabhupada has given us? See, in our case, we are not trying to control the mind. We are giving the control to Krishna to control the mind. Because on our own, we cannot control the mind. Classic example, we have two examples Prabhupada gives. One is Vishwamitra Muni. Vishwamitra Muni was following the Ashtanga yoga system of controlling the mind. But he failed. Right? He failed. Why? Because Indra sent a beautiful heavenly beauty called Apsara, called Menaka. Right? And he got agitated, and the controlled mind was let loose, and he succumbed to the whole situation. And later what happened, we know. One more example which Prabhupada gives is from Bhagavatam. Is one Rishi by name Saubari Muni. This Saubari Muni was a great Rishi who was doing meditation in one of the parts of the Yamuna river called Kaliya Dah. Even now it is there in Vrindavan. It's called Saubari. There's a Saubari ashram there. He was thinking, outside on the land there's so much of disturbance, agitation. If I go in the deep of the water, I can peacefully do my meditation. Dhyana. Again, part of Ashtanga Yoga. But in the water, he saw two fishes mating. He got agitated. And he came out of the water And he went to one of the kings there, and then I told, I want to marry your daughters. Right? Not one or two, all the 50 daughters. You see, at least Vishwamitra Muni was satisfied with one woman. This Rishi had 50, princesses. Just see, this is the mind. So, the point here is, the mind is like this. With any other yoga process, the yogi or the practitioner has to endeavor himself to control the mind. Why mind cannot be controlled? Because these aspects of flickering nature, turbulence, obstinate nature, strong nature is not just of this life. It is carried forward from many, many lifetimes as a baggage. It is all coming as a nature for us, our nature. Right? So, we are carrying one type of mental nature with us always. On our own, with whatever we know about ourselves, is nothing. We don't know anything actually. We have so many hidden, things within our subconscious mind. Right? There are two aspects of the mind. One is the conscious mind, in which you are acting, thinking, feeling. And there is subconscious mind, which is major portion of our mind, which is the mind which is carrying all the impressions of your so many millions of lifetimes, which is right now, not visible. It is like the iceberg. When you go to the place where there is a lot of icebergs, the iceberg only tip is seen. Below there is a bigger, mass of that ice, which is below. Like that, what you see as active mind or a conscious mind is only one portion. The subconscious mind is a bigger portion. You can say 90-95%, which is having a lot of impressions of so many lifetimes. That's the reason Bhagavatam recommends mind should never be trusted, because which thought comes, it is highly impossible to trust. In fact, Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj used to say, his mind has to be fully under control. What do you have to control? Morning, when you get up, you should hit the mind with your shoes or chappal. 100 times, not once. Somebody taking chappal, beating means it is a very, dishonorable way of life. So you have to hit that is the way mind is. Right? And in the evening, when you go to bed, you should take a broomstick and again hit your mind 100 times. This is instruction from our Acharya. This is the way our mind is. Uncontrollable. No control. Actually, if you make a complete data of what is running in your mind, at least for 1 hour, you will know what you are. Somehow it is not exposed, so you are looking you're looking a different way. That is the whole truth. So our mind is actually crazy, right? So this is our mind. So Krishna is giving a different process to control the mind. What Abhyasa is giving? This has been recommended by Krishna from the very beginning. In the second chapter, if you see, I think verse number 59, if I am right. Yeah. Verse number 59, Krishna says, second chapter, Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. So Krishna says, we as living entities, conditioned souls, have tendency for sense enjoyment. And many times we try to restrict ourselves. Oh, this should not be done, that should not be done. Taste for a sense object is there. It's like when you have fever, by time being you don't have taste to taste any nice palatable dish. But that sense of tasting the dish is there when I become okay. Just like diabetic patients, doctors say, don't eat this, don't eat that. But too much of craving is there. I want to eat that. Right? I want to eat that. So, Krishna is telling, like this, artificially suppressing ourselves from the taste is not going to last long. Right? The doctors may tell, but whenever you have opportunity, you try to, grab it for enjoyment. So, Krishna says this type of low-level enjoyments which you are trying to experience can be once and for all stopped when you have a higher enjoyment. Krishna uses the word param drishtva. Param drishtva means higher taste. Rasavarjam rasopyasya. The lower taste of enjoyment can be given when you have a higher taste. That's why we have a higher taste restaurant in Bangalore. You've been there? Or most of you? Why? Because you're all very familiar with so many other tastes. Street food, that food, this food. Oh, forget it. Come for a higher taste. Right? Higher taste means this taste is, once you have this, you will not have any other, you'll feel, oh, that is useless. Sense enjoyments, we have conceptions, perceptions, and some concoctions, right, going on in the mind. So those conceptions are all we think it is good, it is good, it is good, running like this. So Krishna consciousness is such that once you are coming in touch with Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna, tasting prasadam, association of devotees, that taste is much higher than any other sense gratification tastes. So when Krishna is telling in this verse 26 of 4th chapter, you should offer all your sense aspects, sensory, the Jnanendriya tendencies of seeing, hearing, etc., etc. In the fire of controlled mind, it only means that you are trying to engage yourself in Krishna's service. I'll only see Krishna, I'll only hear about Krishna, I'll only taste Krishna prasadam this way. If this is the determination, that is called fire of controlled mind. And Prabhupada says, all these aspects can begin when you start chanting. Hearing is the basic principle for understanding, Prabhupada says. When you hear from Bhagavad Gita, when you hear from Prabhupada directly, what happens? The different perceptions about enjoyment, what you're thinking as enjoyment, will be, we'll understand how it is not proper. Right enjoyment is this. The perceptions will become clear. There will be clarity of understanding. Right? Hearing is the basic principle of understanding. So, basically, all this hearing from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam will be furthermore strongly fixed up in our consciousness, understanding. It becomes a part of our psychic way of thinking, feeling, willing. When you start chanting Hare Krishna, start chanting, Prabhupada says chanting and hearing. Very important. So, there was a, while we were initially, when we were having introduction, there was discussion about inattentive chanting. Inattentive chanting means what? You are chanting, but you are not hearing. Just like I am talking, if you are not hearing, that is called inattentive attending. Right? Your mind is somewhere. If you are busy, mobile. So, message aa gaya. Acha, my friend is calling me. After this, dinner is there, 8 o'clock. So your mind is filled with dinner thoughts. Not here, when this session will happen. Simply delaying half an hour. Now it has gone and got ready. Like this, you start thinking. Then where are you hearing? Same thing happens while chanting also. Hare Krishna is going on, but you are hearing your mind. What your mind is telling? What happened yesterday? What will happen today? Tomorrow what I should do? You are doing planning for the day. Chanting time, you are doing planning. What I should cook sabji, what dal I should make. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Oh, that dal is over. I think this dal Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Or you're planning in the evening, we'll go to restaurant. Which restaurant? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Oh, that restaurant we already went. No, this restaurant will do Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Like this, if you go on doing chanting, where is hearing? You are hearing your mind. Then Krishna came and went away. Krishna came and went away. Krishna did not enter your heart. So, Prabhupada very nicely telling this purport of 26th verse, 4th chapter. You should chant and hear Hare Krishna. He restrains himself from the vibrations of material sound. Very important. Thinking is a subtle hearing. You should understand this concept. Thinking is subtle hearing. Your thoughts. Thoughts means what? Thought processing. Continuously you're processing thoughts. That, this, that. That is called thought processing. What thoughts? Thoughts about sense gratification. That's what Prabhupada says. The mind should be restrained from vibrations of material sounds. Our mind is like a All India radio or BBC station. So many things are going on. Some advertisement will come, so many things are going on. So in chanting time, you should switch off all those radios and BBC stations and so many channels and tell now only Krishna and me. That is called offering your sensory activities in the fire of controlled mind. And what happens when you only chant and hear? Krishna will help you. See, in our process, we don't depend on our mind for controlling, or rather, we don't depend on our strength. And I've trained so much my mind is always controlled. No, we never say that. We always depend on Krishna and chant Hare Krishna and hear, try to hear. Just chant and hear the same sound, Prabhupada says. Right, Prabhupada, these various different places, Prabhupada has told different things. So Madhupandi Prabhu has classified them as golden codes and diamond codes. Golden code principle is what? Chant and exactly the same sound you hear. What you are vibrating, you should hear. Which means your mind should not do anything. Chant here, then no inattention, because when you do this chant here, mind is locked. Mind should be locked, just like now all of you are hearing what I'm talking. So mind is locked, at least for time being, with any other thought. Similar thing should happen while chanting and hearing Hare Krishna mantra. You chant and hear, chant and hear, chant. So this is a practice which Krishna is recommending in Bhagavad Gita. Abhyasa. This abhyasa, once you start doing it, this abhyasa requires your voluntary acceptance of doing it. This is where your free will or your engagement is, rather your free will is coming into play. Because your attention has to be just on chanting and hearing, distinctly chanting, clearly hearing. That's all. That is where your attention should be. Nowhere attention should go. See, attention is your energy, soul energy, your energy. Wherever you want, you can. That is what attention is, like a torch. Wherever you want, you can go on showing it. That's what we are doing whole day. Attention is going everywhere. There. So attention during the japa should be on chanting the sound of Hare Krishna distinctly, clearly, and hearing that same sound. Every sound should capture. Sharp hearing. Right? So if you do this, this is called golden code. Okay, sometimes mind is too much agitated. Even though I'm trying to chant and hear, mind is going here, there. What to do? The Prabhupada says, chant loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That Krishna loudly chanted, that Krishna will start, that sound, Prabhupada says that sound will actually control your mind. And that is going to make you come to a proper situation of agitation. Agitation will not happen. So these two things Prabhupada says, golden coat and diamond coat. This you should follow. So when Prabhupada is telling here that the fire of controlled mind, you should offer your sensory perceptions. It only means our sensory perceptions begins with hearing, most basic thing, right? So if you are hearing only Krishna, Krishna during chanting, that is what you are offering into the fire of controlled mind. But everybody should do this every day, practice, abhyasa. Next point which Krishna says in this 26th verse is about Shabdadin Vishayan Anye Indriyagnishu Juhvati. Right? Then there are so many other, objects of senses for the, working senses. Especially Prabhupada gives the example of Grihastha in the purport. Grihastha has a lot of opportunity for sense gratification, right? So he has to see that all his activities are directed towards Krishna's service. Especially Prabhupada says you have an opportunity for enjoying your senses, and the topmost sense enjoyment is called sex life. So sex life is restricted to your married spouse, and that too only for begetting children and not anything else. If such a restriction is there, even then you go on practicing Krishna consciousness. That is what Prabhupada says here. Because that is a sacrifice you are doing. You have a sense gratification tendency, but you are sacrificing it for Krishna's service, for satisfying Krishna's senses. Right? Like how in the first point we discussed, you're satisfying your sense gratification tendency with regard to so many sense perceptions for hearing about Krishna. You have a natural tendency to do this, do that, so many things you want to, gather as information, as knowledge, but you're trying to only hear Krishna, chant and hear Krishna. That is sacrifice you're doing. Krishna is pleased with that sacrifice. That's why it is this sacrifice or yajna, the highest yajna it is called, Sankirtana yajna or Japa yajna. Right? It has a great value. And it is the most easiest way. Anybody, everybody, anywhere it can be done. That's why it is so scientific. Just even this verse, with this verse, Prabhupada is explaining us the significance of what is the mind or what is the intention of Krishna. Right? So, yes, chanting is, Prabhupada says, very simple, but it has to be practiced sincerely. Just follow what Prabhupada is telling us. Chant and hear, like a child. You should do. Don't have any other complications in the mind. Chant here, chant here, chant here. That's all. Okay. Janardhanji, hope I have answered your question. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhu. Yep.
Thank you.
Prabhuji, I got another sort of personal thing about every day you are sending the photos of Krishna being dressed up in so beautifully in different what do you call it, attire, dress and all that. I don't know how you are managing with such a practice every day with the color combination is immaculate, I can say, Prabhuji. I don't know. It is out of the world, actually, if you tell me personally, because the color combinations and the garland and all that, you're putting the floral and the attire, that dress and all that, it's so fantastic. How is it being done in your, sorry, I'm asking a very personal question, Prabhuji, sorry. It's so, I don't know, I'm attracted to that, quite a lot when you're sending every day morning or something like that sometimes. How are you? Because 4 o'clock you're having that Mangalatri, that this one, that whatever R3, fire, I mean, all that you're doing. How is it possible, Prabhuji, in the morning you're doing all this before 4 o'clock and open
Okay.
to public? Sorry, I don't know. It's a very personal question. I've been thinking of asking this question, but I don't know. I've been holding back every time. But I'm totally like struck by that, Prabhuji. Sorry.
Very good. This is, I would like to appreciate your,
Not that.
I would like to appreciate your, devotional sentiment. This is how we are supposed to get awestruck with Krishna's beauty, rather than being attracted to flesh beauty.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
People are attracted to flesh beauty. Oh, hero, heroine, right? Beautiful, beautiful boy, beautiful girl. Right? You know this story. Prabhupada, gives tells in Science of Self-Realization. There's an essay Prabhupada has written. It's called Liquid Beauty. Right? Once there was a beautiful girl, saintly girl. As you know, boys are attracted to girls. Right? So one boy was not so good in character. He was chasing this girl and behind her, and then he was telling me, I want to love you, I want to marry you. So this girl was a little fed up. Okay, fine. So one fine day she proposed her, okay, you do one thing. You come after 7 days, I will meet you. So this girl, in that 7 days, she took a lot of purgatives and some medicines by which she vomited like anything, and she was going through the dysentery, vomiting dysentery continuously, and she collected all that vomit and dysentery coming out in pots. Okay. 7 days over, that expected time, expected place, that boy came, who was behind this girl. Then this girl was standing there only, but this boy asked this girl, where is this girl? This girl told, I am that girl. Because this girl had become so skinny, her eyes had gone inside the sockets. She had become, pale and, like, she was not like how she was 7 days back. Very beautiful and very charming and attractive. All that beauty had gone. Right? She had become like ugly, not so presentable. This boy was surprised. Where is that girl? He's asking this girl only. So this girl told, okay, you want to see that girl? Come. And she took him to the place where she had kept that pots of stool and vomit. Right? So this boy, he was going nearby, he was already closing his nose. Right? So Prabhupada tells this story to give us the understanding about the liquid beauty which we are all attracted to. Right? Even Shankaracharya says, our beauty is only skin deep. Right? Little, doctor opens the skin, we see, so much of, blood, urine, stool, muscle, oh, we can't say. Right? That is what our beauty is. It's only like, we have this gold covering. Immediately the gold covering goes, the reality comes out. Right? Our beauty is like that. We are all made up of, obnoxious items inside this body. But we think this body is so beautiful. Actually, we are attracted to what is known as the beauty of the soul. Soul is actually Satchidananda. Okay. Satchidananda means it is eternal, it is full of knowledge, and it is blissful. That's what we are attracted to. Prabhupada gives the example how if you are given a dead body of a woman, will you be attracted? No. You will not be attracted. Right? I want a living person. So that's why the whole point is finally you're attracted to the soul in the body. But externally, you're in such illusion that you get enamored. The illusion works in such a Maya works in such a way that you are actually completely in a different platform. So you must have heard this statement, Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Right? Our Doordarshan DD.
Yeah.
Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Right? Yes, Satya is auspicious, Shivam, and also it is Sundaram. But right now, we are running behind asatya, which is not also auspicious. It is very inauspicious. It is always full of dukkha. And it is not even beautiful. It is only skin deep beauty. Right? So we have to have the real truth. And we as souls are so attractive because we are present in this body. Just imagine our source, Lord Krishna, how much beautiful he is. So Prabhupada always wanted that when we have temples established, the deities, Lord Krishna and Radharani, should be dressed the best of the attires. It's called alankara, dressings. Best of the dresses, best color combination. Just like anybody in the material world would like to dress themselves so well so they become attractive to others. Right? Man want to attract a woman, woman want to attract a man. That's why we are always dressing ourselves. So when you dress Krishna and Radharani, that is devotion of the devotees, and that those Radha Krishna's forms dressed like that, when all of us have darshan, we are also purified. Because our heart is always burning with dahana, burning with madana. Right? Madana means lust, kama. Cupid is attacking constantly and it is burning constantly. Madana dahana. Right? Prabhupada says our heart should be attracted to the beauty, the fleeting beauty of Madana Mohana. Krishna is Mohana. Mohana means he is attractive even to Madana. Madana means Cupid. Cupid is the demigod, Devata, who is always shooting arrows from all of our hearts to opposite sex, inciting the sex desires within us. And we are attracted. That is what Cupid's work is. Whereas Krishna is so beautiful that even the Cupid's beauty, even millions and millions of Cupid's beauty is nothing in front of Krishna. He is so beautiful. Okay. Kandarpa koti kamaniya vishesha shobham govindam adi purusham tamaham bhaja. So Kandarpa koti. Kandarpa means Madana, Cupid. His beauty is so charming, so extraordinary, so wonderful that all others, any other wonderful thing, world, that beauty is insignificant. Such a wonderful person's beauty, if you are attracted to, that is the perfection of life. So I'm very happy to see that your level of appreciation has come to that level that you are getting attracted to Krishna's beauty. Otherwise, mostly people are attracted to material flesh beauty, the skin deep, right? So good to know. I really appreciate that. So we are dressing, or rather we are doing everything based on Prabhupada's instructions. We are not concocting here. Okay, no concoction here. Whatever way Krishna is described in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, scriptures, in the same way we are trying to dress Krishna, because Krishna always is called, he's one of his characteristics is he is the best decorator himself. In the Vrindavan forest, he decorates himself with wonderful flowers and the natural colors available. He decorates himself, and his dressing sense is the best. Right? So when you dress in that way, Krishna, then Krishna is very pleased. Right? Because that's what he is. He is the best dresser. He's called Vidagdha. Vidagdha means the best dresser. So because of his wonderful dressing, he attracts all the gopis. So there's a nice statement by Rupa Goswami in one of the literatures called Nectar of Devotion. He says, in fact, this statement is actually in a very different way, very sarcastic way it is told. He says, the gopis tell all these materialists, don't go to Keshi Ghat. There, Krishna is standing with his flute, with a three-bent style, and very, very, very attractive dress. If you go there, you will get attracted to him. So don't go. Because you are happy with your materialistic life of family, wife, children, society. Be happy there. Right? So basically, it's indirectly telling, if you once get attracted to Krishna, every other thing what you're thinking is beautiful will seem insignificant. Because that is Krishna's beauty. Most beautiful. Right? Madana Mohana. Most charming. So if that beauty has attracted us, then that is Krishna's blessing. Prasada of Krishna. Right? So we have to be more attracted to Krishna in that way. Krishna has his Rupa, form. His Leela. There is one more form of attracting us. Rupa, Leela, Nama. Holy name. Holy name is as good as Krishna. Right? Nama, Rupa, Leela, Vaishishtya. Right? Vaishishtya means his various paraphernalia, his devotees, his various other, like his paraphernalia, like a flute. Flute also is a personality. Right? And his other associates in Vrindavan. All of them, we should be attracted to them, their devotion. Nama, Rupa, Leela, Vaishishtya, and Dhama. Dhama means Krishna's holy place, Krishna's place where he has performed pastime. So these are the source of inspiration for devotees to perform their devotion, because all of these various aspects of Krishna remind them that we belong to Krishna and we should be attracted to Krishna only and nothing more. Because right now, our attraction to many things in the material world is what is binding us in the material world. Sooner we give up this attraction and become attracted to Krishna, param drishtva nivartate. Lower attraction, give up, go to the highest attraction, Krishna. Then your life is perfect. Okay, so all is happening, all services are happening as per Prabhupada's directions. All devotees are sincerely offering their services. So we should be very thankful to all of them that they are nicely dressing and giving us wonderful darshan of Krishna, Radha Krishna. Right? And we are all really drinking the nectar of that beauty from our eyes. Right? That's what it is. See, the beauty is so wonderful that the gopis used to complain to Lord Brahma, what type of eyes you have created? It is blinking every now and then. Right? Krishna's beauty is so wonderful, we don't want to blink even for a fraction of a second. That is their devotion. Right? Which means for them, Krishna's form was so attractive that they don't want to blink even for a fraction of a second. They want to get hooked on to Krishna's beauty so much. Like that, we should always hear about Krishna, see Krishna's form, and then associate with devotees. That way, our mind, if our whole existence is always absorbed in Krishna's thoughts like this, Krishna's services, plans, Krishna's various aspects, that is called Krishna consciousness. Okay, so all this is basically Prabhupada's wonderful mercy that he has made all of us to offer these services to Krishna. He's giving us wonderful guidance for us to do this. And then all of us are making progress by just seeing Krishna. There's one more nice statement Prabhupada makes in Bhagavatam. When you are dressing the deity and you're seeing the wonderful form of Krishna and appreciate Krishna's beauty, how nicely dressed, how colorful, how wonderful, how bright colors, everything. That itself means you have studied all the Vedas. Because finally, studying Veda should bring you to this conclusion. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedyaha. Vedaischa sarvai. All Vedas, from all Vedas, I am to be known. You study all the Vedas thoroughly, scrutinizingly, carefully, you will come to conclusion, Krishna is to be known. And devotees already are serving that what is to be known in so minutely, delicately, dressing him, doing everything for him. And we are also having darshan every day. Minutely, we are also seeing him and appreciating his beauty. we'll forget our all the material attractions forever. That is the special opportunity by Prabhupada for all of us. Okay? Fine. Any other last question?
Sorry, Prabhuji, one small question. Are the flowers real or made up? I don't know. The flowers are so attractive. Are they looking like plastic? I don't know. My mind is materialistic, so I don't know what it is. Whether it is real or...
Good question.
Sorry
Good
to
question.
ask you that question, Prabhuji. I'm stupid. It must be
Anyway,
real, I hope.
Answer to your question is they're all real.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
They're all
Hare
real.
Krishna.
Even you put
Okay.
plastic also doesn't matter. Plastic also Krishna's energy only, finally.
Okay, sorry, Prabhuji.
So understanding
No.
is, even if you put plastic, what is the problem? Plastic
No,
is not...
it's not a problem. I don't know. I have no problem.
But yes, recommendation in scripture says we should offer fresh flowers, seasonal flowers. Okay. Even when you're offering to Krishna food, you should offer seasonal vegetables, seasonal fruits, not unseasonal. Mango, now not available. Why you should offer mango? Because all the things in the modern day is all ulta pulta. What is not available in season, it is all grown somewhere artificially with some medicine and some methods. Not so. What is recommendation in the scriptures is offer things which are seasonal and natural. Right? That's what we always try to do. Yeah, all flowers are natural, and every day
Hare
garlands
Krishna.
are made
Thank
by
you, Prabhu.
of devotees
Thank
with
you. Thank
lot
you.
of love and devotion, and it is offered.
Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol.
A lot of devotees working in the temple for just some department for doing garlands, one department for dressing, one department for cooking, and one department for doing puja. So the
Hare Bol,
whole
Hare Bol.
everybody is centered around doing services to Krishna. It's like in a house, there's one kid. Everybody is centering around that kid to take care of the kid. No, like that. Krishna is that one central figure in our temple who is everybody working for that central figure. Okay. Fine. Any
Hare
other
Krishna.
questions from anybody? Janardhanji's quota is over.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay. Sanilji, you have any question? No. Okay, good. Fine. So we'll close now, and we will continue our discussions next week again. Thank you, everybody. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.